Welcome to week 4 of the Back to Fitness programme. It's hard to believe, isn't it, that here we are in week 4 already. You've already done 3 weeks, and last week in particular was quite amazing. You did 3 sessions of 30 minutes mixed walking and jogging, non-stop. So wasn't that fantastic? Don't try to tell me that your fitness hasn't improved. We've got another 7 days of activities all lined up and ready for you to go. So let's get started with day 1 of week 4. And for this we're going back onto the step board. Yesterday we had one of our 30-minute walk jog sessions, so we want to take the intensity back down a little bit today. So onto the stepping board it is, but we're going to do it slightly differently from the way that we have been doing it up until now. So, 2 variations of stepping. So let's start with the first one. So we stand behind the board and we step onto it with our left foot. Then we bring our right foot onto the board. Now this is where it gets different. We'll lift our left knee and then we'll lower it back down onto the board. We put our right foot back off the board onto the floor and then the left foot off onto the floor. Then we kind of reverse that. We step onto the board with our right foot, we bring on our left foot. Then we lift up our right knee and lower it back down. Then we take our right foot off the board onto the floor, and finally our left foot back onto the floor. Then we just keep repeating that. So it might take a few attempts to get into the swing of it. I think a good idea is maybe to get into a pattern of counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So you get to know that a 1 is stepping on, a 2 is bringing your second foot on, 3 is lifting your knee, 4 is putting it back down onto the board, 5 is your first foot back off the board, and finally number 6 is your second foot back onto the floor. I think that's quite a good way to do it, but really you have to practice it a few times before it actually gels and you get into the swing of things. So good luck with that one. It's pretty straightforward and I think you should manage it after the first couple of minutes or so of practice. So let's do that one for around about 5 minutes. If you think you can comfortably do another couple of minutes, then by all means carry on and do that. The second variant is a little bit more complicated. To start with, we need to reposition the board. So normally up until now we've had the board across in front of us on the floor. This time we want to turn it through 90 degrees so that the board is pointing away from us. So we're looking from one end of the board straight along to the other end instead of across the board. We're going to stand on the left hand side of the board and put our right foot onto the board, and that will be our starting position. Got that? Okay, now we bring our left foot up onto the board. We're going to bring up our right knee and then we're going to hold it for 5 seconds. After the 5 seconds we'll bring our leg down again, but we're not going to put our foot onto the board. Instead we're going to touch the floor at the side of the board and then put it back onto the board. So it's bring your left foot onto the board, right knee up, right foot down onto the ground, and then right foot back onto the board. Then we're going to raise our left knee, hold it for 5 seconds, touch the floor at the left hand side of the board with our left foot, bring your left foot up onto the board, and then we can start again with raising our right foot. So again it's a case of getting into a rhythm and following a pattern. It's a 4 pattern this time. So the first one is raise one of your knees, second is to hold it for 5 seconds, third one is touch the floor at the side of the board, and number 4 is put that foot back onto the board. Then with your other leg, number 1 raise your knee up, number 2 hold for 5 seconds, number 3 touch the floor at the side, and number 4, foot back onto the board. Then repeat with your first leg again. You'll probably need to do that a few times. Like all of these things, it's very confusing to start with, but once you get into the routine, it's dead easy to keep it going. In this case, we'll keep it going again for about 5 minutes, but if you feel that you can keep it up for longer, then absolutely do another 2 or 3 minutes. At the end of that, your workout for today is all over. I hope you enjoyed that and found that it wasn't too demanding at all. So off you go now and have a nice cup of tea or coffee. Before you do though, just a reminder that we really would like to spread the word about our programme and get as many people as we can participating in it. Okay, so there's various ways you can do this. If you like our content and you want to tell people that this is something worth watching, then hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then click on subscribe. That tells us how many people really are participating in this programme on a regular basis, and it gives you a bit of commitment to the programme as well. If you know somebody who you think might benefit from the programme and it might appeal to, then there's always the share option where you can send a link over to the playlist, or that would be a good one as well. The best of all though is to leave a comment down below. Okay, so thanks again for coming along. Well done on doing day 1 of week 4. Tomorrow we're back outside. We're going to do another 30-minute walk jog. So we'll see you then.